Hey guys, Mr. Shaw here with the skill called Multi-Step Word Problems, Identify Reasonable Answers. The quick code for this is MDP, and you'll see the link below in the video. I know word problems tend to be a trigger for some of us. I have noticed a lot of students who get to a word problems skill and they're like, let me go ahead and jump to one that's just numbers. I personally love word problems because they usually apply to things that actually relate to my life. Plus, sometimes the stories are just really funny and weird. So it's fun for me to read about them and think about them. You may not feel the same way, but we are going to enjoy ourselves today. Zoo tickets in this example cost $19 for a child and $29 for an adult. I believe the zoo right now is closed, but if you ever are interested in zoo admission, I'm sure we can get you a discount through the school, so just let us know. $19 for a child is pretty expensive, though. I feel like half price might be a little bit better. Mr. Carter, Mrs. Carter, and their kids, two kids, estimate it'll cost roughly $100 for their family of four to visit the zoo. Is that a good estimate? When it says is it a good estimate, that doesn't mean is that a reasonable price. What it does mean is that close to the right amount if this is the rate for each of the people in the family. Now, one way to go about this is to actually calculate 19 for one child plus 19 for the other child plus 29 for one adult plus 29 for another adult. But nobody likes adding things with nines at the end of them. It's a hassle. Nines are annoying numbers. They are the most difficult digit to deal with, even if you know your rules for multiplying. So instead, we use an estimate. And an estimate basically has us round these numbers to their next nearest place. For example, 19 easily rounds to 20, and then 29 easily rounds to 30. So that's how I'm going to go about this problem. I know that I've got 20-ish dollars per child because I rounded up from 19, and 30-ish dollars per adult. Now, how many kids are there? I've got two of them. How many adults? I've got two of them. And then 20 times 2 gives me about $40 for the kids. 30 times 2 gives me about $60 for the adults. If I add those two numbers together, I end up with about $100 as the price tag for the whole family going to the zoo. And I look at the estimate, they think it'll cost about $100 for the family. So it asks me, is that a good estimate? Yes. No too high, no too low. The key word here is much. Much is like way, way, way off base, like to the point where if you budget for it and you go to the zoo, they'll laugh in your face, or you'll be rolling up with a lot of cash and they'll be like, "Did you want to go to like the fancy zoo? I don't understand." But you'll notice that it's really maybe a couple dollars off of the actual price because we did round. That's fine. It's an estimate. It does not need to be exact. Now, one of the reasons we round like this is because you probably don't need to use pencil and paper to do this kind of math. 20 plus 20 plus 30 plus 30 is as easy as 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3 because these are zeros chilling here that you know will just land at the end of the problem. So because of that, we actually estimate because we can do this math a lot quicker. You could probably do this in 5 seconds if you're using your mental math and your good number sense skills. So I think yes, I'll submit it, and I'm brilliant. Let's look at another example. A magician sold out 3 performances, one performance at a 498-seat theater, and 2 performances at a 4,008-seat theater. Already I can see that we can round these to some nice round numbers. So 498 rounds pretty easily to 500. I'm going to make note of that. So one performance has at almost a 500-seat theater. And then 2 performances at a 4,008-seat theater. We're just going to round off those 8 right there because this is going to round really nicely down to 4,000. One thing you'll notice is that I'm choosing which place value that I round to based on my number sense. And generally speaking, the best way to do this is to pick the largest place value you have. So this is of hundreds place, and my 4 is what I'm going to round to. So I'll go ahead and round that up to 500. But this goes up to the thousands place. I've got a 4 in the thousands place, so I'll round that down to 4,000. So she estimates that's around 4,500 seats in total. If I were just using these two numbers, 4,000 and 500, okay, I could see that being that. But how many theaters did we say were booked at the 4,008 seat? That's 2. It's a good thing she's a magician and not a mathematician because she is wrong. If I take 4,000 times 2, that gives me 8,000 seats. That's way more than the estimate that she said, 4,500. So I think because the real number is a lot higher, her estimate Much too high, but it's asking about her estimate. So I would say that that's much too low. I got it. Yeah, I sure did. Kyle can make a small gift basket in 9 minutes and a large basket in, I'm good at speaking, a large gift basket in 21 minutes. Right now, he has orders for 6 small gift baskets and 3 large gift baskets. He estimates that making all the gift baskets will take about 120 minutes. Is that a good estimate? All right, so I'm going to clear off my whiteboard and see what I can do to round this. If a small gift basket is 9 minutes, I could round that and I would round it to 10 minutes. So it takes about 10 minutes to make a small gift. And then the large gift basket is 21 minutes. I've got a 2 in the tens place. That's as high as it goes. I could round that down then to 20 minutes. Okay, these are looking to be some pretty easy numbers. Mr. Shaw's handwriting is notoriously amazing. It's art. Right now, he has orders for 6 small gift baskets and 3 large gift baskets. Okay, so 6 small ones, and then that would be 10 minutes for each one. 6 times 10 is 60. And then 3 large gift baskets, and that's 20 minutes each. So 3 times 20 is 60. If I add those together, I get 120 minutes. So it tells me the estimate is about 120 minutes. That's a pretty good estimate. I like it. Let's say yes. Well done. Shelly was playing her favorite video game. It looks like it's an awesome video game. Good job, Shelly. Her character started with 100 health points, but lost 11 when she got in a fight. Oh no. She lost 12 more health points when a monster attacked her. Luckily, a healing spell gave her 21 health points back. Shelly works out that she now has 98 health points. Does that sound about right? Okay, so she had 100, but then she lost 11. I'm going to round that down to about 10. Start off with 100, and then she lost 10 in a fight. Come on, Shelly, do better. When she lost 12 more when a monster attacked her, I could round that down to 10 again. And then a healing spell, amazing, gave her 21 health points back. Okay, so I would round that down to about 20. She thinks she has about 98 health points. Well, if I do this, I get close to 100. I estimated 98 is pretty close. That seems about right. Yeah, it's not much too high or much too low. It's fairly close. Good job, Shelly. I think you're right. And so does IXL. So let me go through these steps one last time just so we're clear on what we need to be doing. The first thing that you do in any of these problems is to round what you can to the largest place. Then the second step is literally just to calculate. You might do this with mental math. You might work it out on paper. But calculate what the problem is asking using easier numbers than the numbers it's asking about so you can get a good sense of whether the answer makes sense. A lot of times we pick answers that don't make a lot of sense because the numbers are really tricky. But if you get really good at estimating, you can be sure that you're on the right track towards the right answer because you had a good sense in your head of how this would work. I'll leave it there. Good luck getting to 80.